8:15 in the morning, and today we head to Italy. I can't sleep. And I look like a mess. But, so I came out here. Might as well do some stuff to finish getting ready. Looking at the Christmas lights. They make me so happy. I'm trying to whisper because Thomas is still sleeping. But I can't believe we go to Italy today. Good morning! Are you excited?
Uh-huh.
You're just so excited! You're going to Italy? Choo-choo! Look at you in your handsome LuLaRoe Mark shirt.
Fabulous.
Looking all handsome. Where are we going?
Atlanta.
And then where?
Italy.
Yeah! You coming with?
Sure.
Yay! Our chauffeur. Hey, we kind of match. Our chauffeur, Mother, is driving us to the airport. And then we leave at 2 o'clock to go to Atlanta. And then we leave at 6 o'clock and go to Rome. Ah! He's yawning!
Thinking of all that thinking that
Oh my gosh, we won't be there till tomorrow. Makes me sleepy. Alright, see you at the airport. On our way to the airport, when we were minutes away from parking and going in, we got a notification that our flights were canceled to Atlanta and then from Atlanta to Italy. So it wasn't really the way we thought was going to start this amazing Italy honeymoon trip. We got in line and they at first said that they didn't have any flights, but the guy at the desk was very nice and helpful and was on the phone for at least 20 minutes trying to figure out what we could do so we could get there on time because our tour left at a certain time, so we would have missed a whole day of our tour in Rome. So he came up with the idea that we should get an airplane flight on a different one that brought us to New York. And then we would go from New York to Italy. We were running around in the airport, going from airline to airline, literally running, trying to get tickets. And we were finally able to get tickets. And it said that it would be boarding in about 20 minutes, and we still had to go through security and everything. So that picture was us running through the airport, up the escalators to our gate, and to find out that it was delayed for an hour. But after all of that, everything else went completely smooth, and we were so blessed and so thankful that we were able to get on a flight and make it in time for our tour so we didn't miss all of Rome. So, the rest is happening. We got blankets. And a pillow. We made it. Yay! Finally! We made it! Yay! How do they feel about vlogging here? Have they ever seen vloggers? Hello. We're gonna do an interview. How are you feeling?
Good morning, Rome. It's actually afternoon.
Day
1.
That was annoying. How are you feeling?
I'm fine.
You're fine? Sure. What you doing?
Waiting for the lady to
For
come.
what?
Go
That's
to
what
the
she
hotel.
said.
Wow.
I can't wait to see outside of this airport. There's Rome outside the airport. We haven't seen it yet, but that's what we've seen so far. Just waiting for our shuttle.
Waiting on a woman.
We're waiting on a woman. On our bus. Yay. Cold?
A wee bit.
We bet no Lieutenant. So fancy. We got foot thingies. We can put our feet on. Table.
Okay, thank you very much for your kind attention. Have a good day, enjoy your stay. Goodbye, arrivederci. Grazie.
Really? To Rome? For you people. There's some mountains. We are headed to our hotel. Oh, now it's going backwards. Oh. Just kidding. Elevator. We are going to level 4.
Chilean tower pizza.
Sure.
Chilean tower pizza.
Yes. It looks so cool. like we're in a maze. Where are we? Oh my gosh.
And that skips over 41.
Of course it does, it's our room. This stuff happens to us. 441.
43 to 46.
42. 441. What? I'm so confused. Oh, it's right here. We passed it. Very nice. Oh no. There's no lights. It'd be nice if we could see. Oh my goodness. Why is there no electricity in here?
Power though.
Do you have to like request to put on the power? This is really weird. Oops. Why is there no power in our room? What does it say on the door? Oh, it's all in Italian. I can't even read it. There's like no electricity in here.
Yeah, the power's out or something.
Oh my gosh, do you have to turn it on yourself? It's in Italian. How are you supposed to read? We're gonna blow the place up. Are you supposed to turn on? You would think she would say something if you had to turn it on. What the heck? Nothing? Oh my gosh. I think we should go down to the lobby, I guess, and tell them that we have no power. Oh my gosh. This is kind of creepy. So we're supposed to put our card in the little slot. To turn on the power. Who knew? We have to find our room again. Oh, we have to go the other way. Alright, let's try this again. Flip it the other way, maybe. There's like 4 different ways you can try it. Hallelujah, hallelujah, hallelujah. It's like Griswold's Family Christmas Vacation with the lights, because he was messing with this, and we finally put it in here, put these on, and then he flipped the switch and it was like, oh, there's power. Alright, how do we make it colder in here? It's in Celsius. Alright, so let's give a little room tour.
What time did we have to be down there?
5:30. He's already making a mess of our hotel room and we've been in here for 5 seconds. So you walk in.
You got your going. That's what.
What? So you walk in the door and then this is what it looks like. It has a different smell. And then our fancy floors. Thomas just farted. Very nice. Oh, there's a hair blow dryer. Sweet. Fancy blue walls. Nice shower. A urinal and a poo-poo toilet. There's a phone by the toilet. What? Which button do you use to press? What? Why does this urinal only have a faucet? You just turn on the water while you pee?
I don't know.
Come try it out. What is this thing? Oh, that's how you flush it. Oh my goodness. This is crazy. We got our fancy little princess chair. Why does it feel like it's heat in here?
It's cold outside.
Fancy. Look at this fancy thing we've got going on here by the bed. I feel like I'm staying in like the Biltmore. You know those rooms?
Mm-hmm.
That's what it looks like. It looks like a Biltmore room. This like fancy velvet quilt. And this furniture and decor. Can we open the window? Oh, sweet. Oh my gosh. Hello. Holy cow, that's a far way down. Take a look. We then went on a tour of Rome by night.
On the left-hand side, this is the American Embassy. It's in a beautiful palace that was built for the Queen of Italy, who was the Queen of Umberto I. He was actually the second king of United Italy. The Italian history is very, very complicated and complex. To the Capuchin monks, and they are famous because in the crypt of that church the walls and ceilings are decorated with the bones of the dead monks, previous dead monks. It's something that the Capuchin monks do. It's very creepy, very eerie. Here in Rome, the Bernini Bristol Hotel, that's where the Nazis had their headquarters when they occupied Rome. Again, very complicated. Italy entered the Second World War on the side of the Germans. This square is actually built on what was the gymnasium of the huge Roman baths. Look on the left here, do you see those ruins? That's the Roman baths of Diocletian. This statue in the middle is a station. This huge basilica boasts Jesus' original crib. You know, it's one of its relics, they say it is anyway. Like that, it's spectacular inside. It's the largest Roman amphitheatre in existence, and all those little holes are where they later, after the Roman Empire had collapsed, they came and stole the bronze pins. It sat 60,000, and of course that's where they held all those gladiatorial battles, battles between wild animals. They would always pit a different sort of animal, you know, dogs against bulls, bears against lions. When they opened this amphitheatre, they had 100 days of inaugural games during which 9,000 wild animals, many of which came from Africa, died. It's shocking. Do you see here where they've got that brick wall there? Can you see where the outer circle of arches has come down? There, Italy has a lot of earthquakes, so what you're looking at now is one of the inner circle of arches. So this whole outer layer fell down during the earthquake, and then the Romans just used it as a quarry. They took all the stones and the marbles and they used them to build palaces and churches. And in a minute you're going to catch a glimpse of the beautiful Arch of Constantine, one of the triumphal arches of Rome. When we climb down in a little while and walk up to Campidoglio Hill, you'll see a couple of the other arches in the Roman Forum. So the Romans, when they came back from their battles, they would have huge processions through all these arches, carrying all the booty and the things that they'd won in the war, the slaves, the bits of Roman ruin. They're still excavating there, trying to make sense of it all down there. You've got a medieval church in the middle. Coming up on the right hand side, more columns, a fortified medieval house here on the right hand side. Can you see standing up here? And then ahead of us on the left hand side, look at this building with the tall arches. This is actually a fortified medieval palace built on top of a Roman theatre. Can you hear the lights on in the windows up there? It belongs to an aristocratic family, the Orsini. They still own parts of this palace. Look at that on the left. Can you imagine living on top of a Roman theatre? How amazing is that? Romans lived in multi-story apartment buildings up to 4 floors high. You know, families just living in one-roomed apartments, no toilets, no kitchens. To commemorate the first king of United Italy. Can you see him up there on his horse? His name is Victor Emmanuel II. His moustache alone is 3 meters long. And it said when they built that statue they had a dinner party for 20 people in the body of the horse. That monument, can you see the 2 soldiers? We'll circle around, you know, so you can see them again. Look, I can't stop looking at these beautiful Christmas lights, it's so lovely. But in front of that monument are 2 soldiers. They're guarding the tomb of the unknown soldier. There are flames there, and all the different military services take turns guarding the tomb of the unknown soldier. He was a soldier from the First World War. Look at this big long street down on the right hand side here, the Via del Corso, one of Rome's big shopping streets. Look at those beautiful lights down there. Italy was persuaded to join the First World War by the French, the British and the Russians. They didn't want to, but eventually they were promised lots of new lands and gains, and they said okay. 650 young Italian men lost their lives, and then at the end the French and the British and the Russians treated Italy with disdain. They didn't give the Italians everything they'd promised, and the Italians called it a mutilated victory. Look there on the right, can you see the 2 flames? Can you see the 2 soldiers guarding the tomb of the unknown soldier? So that was a young man from that war, and really there to represent all the other young men who lost their lives in both world wars. He's supposed to leap off of the turret into the Tiber River. She must have been quite an athlete to have made it to the water there. There's a beautiful bridge across there. We'll visit that when we come back to Rome. I'm going to take you out for dinner if you want to come with me, and we'll walk on that bridge with angels on it by the School of Bernini. But that central drum, can you see the central drum? That was the original tomb of Emperor Hadrian, and then the outer walls and the palaces on top were built by the popes later. Now, as we proceed ahead, you need to look to the left because you're going to get a glimpse of St. Peter's Basilica down there. We will be back here on Monday morning. You'll get to see them.
So we're back to our hotel. I can barely keep my eyeballs open. Oh my gosh. But we had a lot of fun. We had a great dinner. Our first dinner in Italy. I had gluten-free pasta and appetizers and fruit for dessert. But it was really cool, and we sat with a couple from Singapore, so that was interesting talking to them. And then after that we went on Rome by night tour, so they drove us around in the bus. We got to see like the Colosseum lit up and all of the other monumental things in Rome lit up at night. And then we walked up a hill and we could see down to all like the pillars and see the Colosseum in the background. So it was pretty amazing. Now we are going to pass out. I am so tired. And they brought us some fresh fruit. How cute. It looks fake. But I touched the grapes and they're cold and squishy, so they're obviously real. Crazy! Alright guys, we will see you tomorrow. Say bye.
Bye.
Tomorrow we are waking up bright and early and we have breakfast, and then we go to the Trevi Fountain and some other fountains. And then we go to the Colosseum and we get a VIP tour. So that will be awesome. And then we have a free night tomorrow night, so we can go shopping or whatever we want to do, walk around. Oops, I just showed you in your boxers. Alright, he's already eating the grapes.
Tangerine.
Ew! That's nasty. You guys like my my pouch? My money pouch? Alright guys, good night! See you tomorrow!